Shabbat Shalom, and welcome to Shabbat at Temple Bethel, Israel. Hine ma tovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. We wrap ourselves in the fringes of the talit. Whether we wear a talit or choose not to, we still spiritually wrap ourselves in the blessings and the obligations of the mitzvot, and therefore it is for all of us to offer the blessing. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehitatef batzitzit. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to wrap ourselves in the fringes. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani b'tzelem Elohim, who made me in the image of God. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani ben chorin, who has made me free. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani Yisrael, who has made me a Jew. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, ozer Yisrael b'gvura, who girds Israel with strength. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, oter Yisrael b'tifara, who crowns Israel with splendor. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to engage with words of Torah. Elu dvarim she'ein lahem shi'ur, she'adam ochel perotehem ba'olam hazeh, v'hakeren kayemet lo la'olam haba. These are things that are limitless, of which a person enjoys the fruit of the world, while the principle remains in the world to come. They are honoring one's father and mother, engaging in deeds of compassion, arriving early for study morning and evening, dealing graciously with guests visiting the sick, providing for the wedding couple, accompanying the dead for burial, being devoted in prayer, and making peace among people. But the study of Torah encompasses them all. Blessed is the one who spoke and the world came to be together. Blessed is the one. Blessed is the one who continually authors creation. Blessed is the one whose word is deed. Blessed is the one who decrees and fulfills. Blessed is the one who is compassionate towards the world. Blessed is the one who is compassionate towards all creatures. Blessed is the one who rewards the reverent. Blessed is the one who exists for all time, ever enduring. Blessed is the one who redeems and saves. Blessed is God's name. With songs of praise we extol you and proclaim your sovereignty, for you are the source of life in the universe. One God, life of the universe, praised and glorious ruler. Your name is eternal. Blessed are you, Adonai, sovereign, who is glorified through praise. Ashrei yoshvei veitecha, od yahalelucha selah. Ashrei ha'am shekacha lo, Ashrei ha'am she'Adonai Elohav. Happy are those who dwell in your house, they forever praise you. Happy the people who have it so. Happy the people whose God is Adonai. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah, be'ol madi v'rachilutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon u'v'yamechon, u'v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala, u'v'zman kariv, v'imru. Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach, le'olam ulam me'amaya. Yitbarach, Yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yitbar, v'yitramam, v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar, v'yitaleh, v'yithalal, shmei dekudesha, barichu. Le'elam in kol birchata v'shirata, tushbichata v'nechemata, da'am yiran be'alma, ve'imru. Amen. Blessed, praised, honored, exalted, extolled, glorified, adored, and lauded be the name of the Holy Blessed One, beyond all earthly words and songs of blessing, praise, and comfort, to which we say, Amen. Baruch hu et Adonai HaMevorach, Baruch Adonai HaMevorach, Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech ha'olam, Yotzer or uvarei choshech, Oseh shalom uvarei et hakol, Hameir la'aretz v'ladarim aleha berachamim, uvtuvo mechadesh b'chol yom tamid ma'aseh v'reishit. Ma rabu ma'asecha Adonai, kulam b'chochma asita, mal'ah ha'aretz kinyanecha, Ditbarach Adonai Eloheinu al shevach ma'aseh yadecha, ve'al me'orei or she'asita, yefa'arucha, Selah. Or chadash al Tzion ta'ir, v'nizkech chulanu mehera le'oro. Baruch atah Adonai, Yotzer ha'ma'orot. Praised are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, creator of light and darkness, who makes peace and fashions all things. In mercy you illumine the world and those who live upon it. In your goodness you daily renew creation. In wisdom you formed them all, filling the earth with your creatures. Be praised, Adonai our God, for the excellent work of your hands, and for the lights you created, may they glorify you. Shine a new light upon Zion, that we all may swiftly merit its radiance. Praise to you, Adonai, creator of all heavenly lights. Ahava Rabba Ahavtanu, Adonai Eloheinu chemla gidola v'tera chamalta aleinu, ba'avur avotenu v'imotenu, shebarchu v'cha vatlamdem chukei chayim, kein techanenu utlamdenu. V'ha'erenenu b'toratecha, v'dabek libeinu b'mitzvotecha, v'yached levabeinu le'ahava u'liyirah et shemecha, v'lo nevosh v'lo nikalem v'lo nikashel le'olam va'ed. V'ha'erenenu b'toratecha, v'dabek libeinu b'mitzvotecha, v'yached levabeinu le'ahava u'liyirah et shemecha. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavcha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta baham b'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'lechtecha v'aderech uv'shachbecha uv'kumecha u'kshartam le'ot al yedecha v'hayu letodafot bein einecha u'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha lema'an tizkeru va'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'hitem kiddushim le'Elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim lehiot lachem le'Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem. Adonai said to Moses as follows, "Speak to the Israelite people and instruct them to make for themselves fringes on the corners of their garments throughout the ages. Let them attach a cord of blue to the fringe at each corner. That shall be your fringe. Look at it and recall all the commandments of Adonai and observe them, so that you do not follow your heart and eyes in your urges." Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar ba'kodesh, nora tehilot, o seifele, nora tehilot, o seifele. Shirach harasha shibchu geulim, l'shimcha al safat hayam, yachad kulam hodu v'him lichu ve'amiru, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. Sur Yisrael, kuma bezrat Yisrael, Uftechinu mecha Yehuda ve'Yisrael. Go aleinu Adonai tzvaot shemo, Kedosh Yisrael. Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. Rock of Israel, rise in support of Israel and redeem Judah and Israel as you promised. Our Redeemer Adonai Tzvaot is your name. Blessed are you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel. Adonai Sivat Tiftach Ufi that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu ve'imoteinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel ve'Elohei Leah. Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'koneh HaKol, V'zocher Chastei Avot V'imahot, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע. מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים. זונח נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומיתו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה. ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. You are forever mighty Adonai, you give life to all. You sustain life through love, giving life to all through great compassion, supporting the fallen, healing the sick, freeing the captive, keeping faith with those who sleep in the dust. Who is like you, source of mighty acts? Who resembles you, the sovereign who takes and gives life, causing deliverance to spring up and faithfully giving life to all? Blessed are you, Adonai, who gives life to all. Let us sanctify your name on earth as it is sanctified in the heavens above, as it is written by your prophet. Holy, holy, holy is Adonai Tzvaot. God's presence fills the whole earth. Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh Adonai Tzvaot, Melochol haaretz kivodo. Adir adirenu Adonai Adonenu adir shimcha b'chol haaretz. Baruch kivod Adonai mimkomo. Echad hu Eloheinu hu Avinu hu Malkeinu hu Moshienu. V'hu yashmienu berachamad le'enei kol echai. Ani Adonai Elohechem. Yemloch Adonai le'olam, Elohayich Tzion, L'dor v'ador, Hallelujah. L'dor v'ador, L'dor v'ador, L'dor v'ador, Nagid Galecha. L'dor v'ador, L'dor v'ador, L'dor v'ador, Nagid Galecha. Ulenetzach v'tzachim, Kedushatecha nagdish, Kedushatecha nagdish. V'shivchacha Eloheinu, V'dinu lo yamush, Le'olam, Le'olam va'ed. L'dor v'ador, L'dor v'ador, L'dor v'ador, Nagid Galecha. L'dor v'ador, L'dor v'ador, L'dor v'ador, Nagid Galecha. Ulenetzach v'tzachim, Kedushatecha nagdish, Kedushatecha nagdish. V'shivchacha Eloheinu, V'dinu lo yamush, Le'olam, Le'olam va'ed. L'dor v'ador, L'dor v'ador, L'dor v'ador, Nagid Galecha. Shamu b'nei Yisrael et Shabbat, Asot et Shabbat Shabbat לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות לדורות. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. We continue silently with the Shmona Esrei and meet together at Sim Shalom. Sim, Sim, Shalom, Sim, 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 Shalom, Sim, 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 Shalom, Tovam V'Racha. Sim, 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 now we take a moment, as we do at every service, to offer our prayer of healing for those in need of healing, be it physical, spiritual, or emotional. Times are challenging for all of us, and many of us are in need. And so we take just a moment. Mishaberach avotenu mikor habracha le'imotenu. May the source of strength who blessed the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing. Let us say Amen. Mishaberach imotenu mikor habracha la'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, as together we all say, Amen. We are almost at the end of the first part of our journey. We are at Genesis 44. We are at the next to last portion of the book of Genesis, where Joseph meets his brothers again. The parashah is the penultimate portion of the book. We conclude the first of the 5 books next week, incredibly interestingly on New Year's Day, as our travels through time is marked by a new calendar, new challenges, and new decisions. It also allows us many joys as well, of family, of friendships, of community. And although those relationships are requiring a little finessing these days, that will change. As we know, everything will. And the one thing that this week's portion shows us more than anything is that change is not only inevitable, but constant. Joseph, overcoming the story that we all do know. His brothers hated him, they threw him in the pit, they did this, the Joseph, the coat of many colors, all that stuff. But Joseph as a human being evolves throughout the story. He rises ultimately to the side of Pharaoh and becomes a wildly evolved human being. And yet, instead of carrying anger, which would only hold him back, he met the challenges head on, taking advantage of, evidently, every opportunity and situation on his path to redemption. Yeah, to redemption. His brothers try to kill him because of his overarching ego. He's thrown in jail after being tricked by Pharaoh's wife, but by intellect and intuition he is saved, and he is saved even more importantly by that most useful of biblical devices, dreams. The only difference here is he has the understanding and insight to divine their purpose as opposed to having them himself in the end. They are not, for the most part, his dreams. He is good at divining other people's vision. His story starts with a dream and rises through dreams. By the time he rises to power in Egypt and meets his unknowing brothers, his ego has not only abated, he is a man who simply sees the world in a different way. The story of the 7 cows, related to the 7 years and the crops, is also an answer of great humanity. In fact, he seeks not only to save Egypt, but suggests to Pharaoh that those living in the lands around them can also be saved by the greatness of Pharaoh and the agriculture of Egypt, by forethought and planning. His abilities grown. He now sees suffering of all people as a challenge to be resolved. Joseph the child, Joseph the young man, Joseph the human being of the coat of many colors wouldn't have cared a bit. What can we learn from this story? So much. First, a moment of self-reflection is in order. Does Joseph reflect a bit of who we are? Are we the brothers? Where do we fall on the timeline? At the beginning, everyone is awful. Joseph arrogant. partially as a result of his father's doting on him. The brother's mean-spirited and vengeful feelings slighted, the father's life wounded by his own favoritism, it comes back to hurt him. A cornucopia of being on the wrong side of emotions. The good news, this is a story of redemption. Look at who they are as human beings by the end. Joseph concerned with the well-being of all, the brothers quite remorseful and changed behaviorally as human beings, now a group that protects each other, prepared to replace each other in jail. Take me, don't take my younger brother, he did nothing. Concerned with each other and fully redeemed. Concerned about the feelings of their aged father, who clearly they had no feelings for when they brought the coat of many colors, coated in blood, and said, "Your beloved Joseph was killed." It didn't occur to them that their father would think, "Why didn't you protect him?" But we know now it's never too late to learn, to change, to reflect, to imagine who we can be, and to strive to get there. The baggage we carry with us should instruct us on our way, not be the weight that tosses us off our road. Change is as flowing as the waters of the Jordan River, or the Mississippi, or Niagara Falls. That part is inevitable. What is not is what we choose to do standing at the precipice of change. As I've said to you many times, we see what we seek. Over this week, as we prepare to change our calendars, to look at time as an arbiter of allowance, a method of allowing us to throw off the impediments of our evolving into ourselves as Josephs, able to hear, understand, and make real the dreams of others as well as ourselves, then indeed we will have evolved as God's plan seems to have wanted and allowed for us. Let us not squander the opportunity, because if Joseph teaches us anything, it is to look for the light when all seems hopelessly dark, and to find the glimmer of light and turn it into an enormous rainbow of possibilities. COVID-19 is a time in our lives. It will pass. The question asked by this week's Torah portion is, who will we be on the other side when the demise of COVID-19 happens? Who will we choose to be? Ken Yehi Ratzon, may this be not only God's will, but our reality. Shabbat Shalom, and a happy secular New Year. Be safe and be smart. We now continue with the Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon ha'kol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגור עלינו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד ארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגבי מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום בהשבותה אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו echad. Thus it has been said, Adonai will be sovereign over all the earth. On that day Adonai will be one and God's name will be one. We pause now as we remember those, the anniversary of whose yahrzeits occurs this week, as we also remember all those taken by the hand of the oppressor, including over 1.5 million children, 1.5 million worlds destroyed during the Holocaust. Yet gadal v'yet kadash shmei rabbah, be'alma divrach chilutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon v'yomechon, u'v'chayedechol beit Yisrael, ba'agalah u'vizman kariv, yimeru, Amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach, lo'olam ulol me'al maya, yet barach v'yeshtabach v'yet ba'ar v'yet ramam v'yet naseh, V'yetadar v'yetalev v'yetalal shmei dikudsha b'richu la'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechemata da'amiran ba'alma v'yimiru amen Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimiru amen Oseh shalom b'mamav huya aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimiru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, to which we say, Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Borei pri hagafen. And as always, the magic and mystery of Shabbat. Voila, chala. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Bless our lives, our children and our bless all of those who have lost their way. Bring peace to all who seek a world of beauty. Give blessings, God, to all today. Amen. Amen. May God bless your house. As we go forward on this Shabbat, may we each be blessed. May we, like Joseph, look at our future, honor our past, make our future all it can be for each of us, for us together, for your home, this home, our Jewish home. May God bless this house. Amen. Shabbat Shalom.